Welcome everyone to Come Dine With Me, Western New York. Jan, we're winding down another season and this is our last show till September.
Oh, I know, Russ. It's bittersweet because we're going to miss being together with our audience and with you. But just because we're off the air, it doesn't mean that we're not going to be working hard. This spring and summer, our television crew from Key Video will be out and about. We'll be visiting restaurants and taping new episodes that'll be set to air in the fall when we return for, I can't believe it, season 5.
I can't believe, Jan, you and I have been together 4 years. We haven't gotten one argument yet.
Not yet.
That, guys, I wish my
Exactly.
wife and I got along like that. You know? I just want to thank you for being part of Come Dine With Me, Western New York family. We love what we do each week on this program. And we're going to continue with hard work to bring you quality shows with a positive message about the good things happening right here in Buffalo, New York.
Well, we're going to talk more about that later in the program, Russ. You're going to be with our executive producer, Michael Fantaski, and we've got some exciting plans for next season, starting this September.
You got to give the Key Video people an awful lot of credit. They come up with all these plans and meet with all these people, and you and I just take all the bows, my gosh. And I'm looking forward, Jan. I mean, I hope I'm healthy enough and look as good as you do when I go another year older, for God's sakes.
We're both going to be another year older, Russ, but you know, we have a great time. We'll have new recipes, we'll do new kitchen invasions, and hopefully, you know what, this is what I'm hoping, that we're making Western New Yorkers better cooks in their own kitchen.
Well, I think they've learned an awful lot by our chefs teaching them. I hear it from people at the restaurant all the time. We love your show, we love your show, so thank you for the response you've given us out there.
Yeah, and when they want to go out, they have some great choices. But right now, let's get things started and head over to our studio kitchen at Artisan Kitchens and Baths with our very own Chef Marco.
Another Italian traditional favorite, but with a twist. We're going to make ravioli stuffed with goat cheese. We're going to put it into a sun-dried tomato and roasted red pepper pesto. It's going to be beautiful. Let's get started. We have some goat cheese. We want it room temperature, so it's a little on the softer side. And we're just going to simply season it with a little pepper, a little pesto, because we want that pesto bite all the way through our dish, and a little garlic. We're going to mix this up and set it off to the side. So now the dough we're going to use is a basic pasta dough. It's real simple. Make it in advance. Put it on a plate with a little bit of flour and let it get room temperature so it's easier to work with. If your dough's cold, it's going to have a really hard time moving around. So I'm going to cut this in half. We're going to roll it out to about 1/8 of an inch thick. We don't want it real thin. We don't want it real thick, because if it's real thin, it's going to break apart and it's not going to be able to hold that goat cheese inside. So you can see by having it room temperature how it easily moved. So we're going to cut a couple of squares. And this is going to be our ravioli. So we have our dough stretched out, square form. We're going to make them triangular. So we're going to take our seasoned goat cheese. Now, if you don't like goat cheese, you want to use the ricotta and make it traditional, go right ahead. We're going to put our goat cheese right in the middle. Then we're going to take a little olive oil, just go around one side. This is going to act as a glue. If you don't have olive oil, you want to use an egg. An egg works perfect. We're going to pinch these together. We're going to take our fork and pinch the dough, almost like a pie. We'll set that off to the side and we'll get filling the rest of these. So Ben, our camera guy, pointed out to me that these don't look the greatest. They don't look corporate, which is what we don't really care about. These are homemade ravioli. It's what they taste like is what we're concerned about, and these are going to taste phenomenal. So we have them sitting over here on a plate. We have our water boiling rapidly. We want to drop them in there and give them about 3 to 5 minutes. And once they float, they're going to be done. The inside's going to cook and melt. It's going to fall in love with your mouth. You're going to absolutely enjoy this. So we have a saute pan. We're going to make a roasted red pepper and sun-dried tomato pesto that's super easy and restaurant quality. So we're going to add a little bit of olive oil, garlic, and onion. the common base to all of our marinara sauces. We're going to add our sun-dried tomatoes, which I julienne. Cut them nice and thin, cut them into strips, put those in there. Those sun-dried tomatoes are going to give so much flavor. And then I took a roasted red pepper. Actually, this is 1.5 red peppers. I roasted it with a little olive oil, 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. And I threw it in a food processor, and it made a nice puree. So we're going to add that as well. We're going to season this with a little salt and pepper. And this is going to make it our pesto. Some nice blended basil. Put that right on top. Toss it around. So if you see your sauce is getting too thick, one of two things. Add some of your pasta water to it, or add a little white wine. If you glaze that pan, it'll thin right out. I'm going to use the pasta water. Bring it to a fast boil, and then turn it down, let it simmer until our ravioli are done. So for an added touch, I took some of our leftover goat cheese and added it right to the sauce. Give it some added goat cheesy goodness. This pasta is cooked perfectly. The sauce is beautiful. The goat cheese, the creaminess, the sun-dried tomatoes. It's like I've done this once or twice before. Come dine with me, Western New York.
This portion of the program was sponsored in part by Buffalo Hotel Supply. Design, deliver, and install. We can do it all. And by Russell's Steaks, Chops, and More. Be my guest. Let us do the rest.
We have new information on the most wanted sandwiches in Western New York.
I'll make this brief. These sandwiches were last seen at Marco's Italian Deli. Be on the lookout for Nikki Whispers. Big, beefy, surprisingly sweet. Maria Gumati, a spicy little number everyone wants to get their hands on. And the Underboss, notorious and nearly impossible to knock off. If you see these sandwiches, do not, I repeat, do not apprehend them alone. They are extremely tasty. And no further questions at this time. Thank you.
Public needs to know. Savvy businesses know that the best way to bring customers to the table and to add dollars to your bottom line is with a clear and consistent marketing message. Learn how to put the power of television to work for you on Wednesday, April 16th at Russell's Steaks, Chops, and More. We'll demonstrate how a well-crafted television campaign can work for you. You'll also learn insider tips on choosing the top channels at the lowest cost. Take your business to the next level. Call Key Video at 884-5391 to reserve your spot today.
Dr. D'Antonio, where would you like to have dinner tonight?
Well, Russell's, of course.
Be my guest and let me do the rest.
Seneca Niagara Casino and Hotel, where value meets excitement. With 4,000 of the newest slots and biggest jackpots, 100 action-packed table games, award-winning restaurants, live entertainment, superior guest service, and a players club that makes every visit even more rewarding. Your winning destination, Seneca Niagara Casino and Hotel. Excitement worth sharing.
Tom Pane, Grapevine Restaurant. I am so excited to find out what we're preparing today. What do you got for us, Tom?
Well, Art, we're going to be making a crab and lobster dip. This is a great dip to use at home. If you're having people over, it's real quick to whip up. It's very good, and everybody loves it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take some cream cheese. We're going to add a little bit of heavy cream to soften it up. Now you can soften this up in the microwave, folks. All right, now that we've got the cream cheese and the heavy cream all mixed together, it's nice and smooth, as you can see. Now we're going to add our lobster. We use a lobster claw meat. It's very tasty, but it's a lot less expensive than the tail meat. Then we use this is a crab. This is a blue swimming crab. It looks a little different than the snow crab you're used to, but it has a good flavor, and it's not quite as expensive. Then we're going to add a little bit of shredded cheddar cheese. Actually, quite a bit of shredded cheddar cheese. A little bit of salt. And then we're going to fold this in. And this is important that you don't mash up all the lobster and the crab. This will keep it in chunks in here. Okay? Just fold it in real nice like this. All right, now when we're done folding it, it should look just like this, not mashed up, but fully mixed. Then we'll just take it out. We'll put it into a microwave-safe dish.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Okay, now we're going to put it in the microwave.
Otherwise, it's going to be too hard and I'll break the chips all over the place.
There you go.
Got it. That makes sense.
2 minutes at 50% power. It's important that we don't put it in any longer or it'll over melt it. Okay, now after the 2 minutes, we'll just put it on our serving plate. And we're going to add sprinkle a little bit of cheddar cheese on top for garnish. Okay, then take some tortilla chips, arrange them nicely on the plate. And I also use pitas that I bake off, makes them nice and crispy so they don't bend over when you dip them.
Oh my God, this is amazing, Tom.
Thanks, Art. You can get this dish and many more at the Grapevine in Niagara Falls Boulevard in Amherst. While you're there, check out our new all-season patio. Come dine with me west of New York.
Welcome to Savoy. Today we are presenting the Wrath of Grapes. This brand new recipe was thought up and named by our very own Adam Nugent. His inspiration being the classic American novel, The Grapes of Wrath. The ingredients are vodka, Concord grape puree, lime juice, hibiscus ginger syrup, a dash of red wine, garnished with Concord grapes and hibiscus. In your mixing glass, add 2 ounces of vodka, 1 ounce of Concord grape puree, a ½ ounce of hibiscus ginger syrup, 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice, and a dash of red wine. Add ice to your mixing glass and shake vigorously. Using your Hawthorne strainer, pour liquid into glass. To garnish, add 2 local Concord grapes and sprinkle with hibiscus. And there you have the Wrath of Grapes. Come on down to Savoy and see why this cocktail is the next American classic.
Closed captioning provided by
CarStar Relax. We'll take it from here.
Come in for a great time at Alton. Our extensive menu will surely satisfy everyone. Start your day off with farm fresh eggs, a hearty omelet, or a delicious Belgian waffle. Our famous chicken souvlaki is made fresh to order, as well as all of our mouth-watering burgers, sandwiches, and melts. Try our tempting portobello strip steak topped with balsamic mushrooms, caramelized onions, and melted Asiago cheese, or our shrimp fettuccine with a rich lobster cream sauce. No matter what you choose, you can never go wrong. Alton's all good.
A crash, a rear ender, a side swipe, a fender bender.
No matter what you call it, every accident is a hassle.
That's why at Ventura's CarStar Collision, we'll provide you with support every step of the way.
You'll get our team of certified technicians who work with the industry's best equipment.
Plus, you'll get assistance with insurance claims, rental cars, and estimates.
We'll help you make the choices that are right for your family.
After all, we're a family too.
With Frontier Catering, it's easy to show your good taste. Chef Art Christie uses time-tested techniques and authentic family recipes to create a custom menu that showcases your personal style and your venue. And with Frontier Catering, your food is prepared fresh, on-site. For corporate events, unforgettable weddings, and other signature celebrations, it has to be Frontier Catering. The romance of Tuscany, the flavor of DiPaolo's, everything you love about DiPaolo's, the food, the friendship, the family. Whether in our elegant dining room or outside in the courtyard, the atmosphere is authentic. For a simple dinner out or the affair of a lifetime, Find Tuscany in your own backyard. Ilio DiPaolo's Restaurant, Banquets, and Ringside Lounge in Blaisdell, a family restaurant with a gourmet touch.
You know, Jan, we're coming to the end of the season, and what little things do you think made this season so special?
I think it was all of the things that we did, and all together, the charities that we focused on, the Buffalo Bills that we had on.
You know, the zoo, we did some things for the zoo.
Your book.
My book, yeah, that's been raising some nice money for the zoo. I feel proud of that.
Dan Tracy event, the Iron Chef, which was a lot of fun, but it was for such a great cause.
And then the beautiful recipes that the chefs have come up with. I hope people out there, I had a call after a show the other day, it says, how do I get that there pasta and shrimp dish? So no, it was a salmon. And I told the person, you know what, I says, you got a computer? No, I says, well, I'll have my secretary email it over to you. And she got it. And this is the feeling you get inside when someone's calling after a show, asking me, Russ, how do I get that? You know, and they didn't have a computer, but what else do you think?
Well, I think we're just making Western New Yorkers better cooks, you know, one program at a time, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, going to, I don't know, fifth year, my gosh, we must be doing something right.
You know, I even have, I teach middle school kids, and I even have kids coming up to me on Monday morning asking me, you know, I saw you doing this. Then I did that in my kitchen with my mom or my dad. So, you know, all ages, I think we're hitting.
Well, I hope we continue our good work.
Yes, so do I, Russ. It's been a pleasure. And you know what? Right now, we're going to head over to today's kitchen invasion. Let's check it out.
Hi, I'm Ken.
And I'm Mike.
Welcome to our house in Buffalo, New York. This is Allentown. We redid our kitchen in a contemporary feel, but we still want it to be warm.
Yeah, any home we ever had never had a nice kitchen. It was always blah and boring, and we wanted our own kitchen, and everybody loves it. As far as the master chef in this house, it would be Ken. I know how to run the microwave very well. I do mean fish sticks. I can do really well with that.
The biggest thing today I think I want to take away is the fact that we don't have an outdoor area to cook in. We don't have a backyard, being that we live in the city. So I think the largest thing I want to take away is how to cook indoors, like steaks and, you know, things of that matter.
Hey guys, we're here. Let's go. Man, this looks fantastic.
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Ken?
I
Nice to
am.
know you. Real pleasure.
Ken, amazing.
How you doing, Ken? Good to know you.
Welcome to my house.
Can't wait to cook.
It's so interesting to be able to come into somebody's house and prepare a meal for them. Today we have a melange of freshly grilled vegetables. We're going to finish that with a little extra virgin black truffle oil, a little Mediterranean sea salt, and a little balsamic reduction.
I brought in some local hormone-free beef tenderloin. Also worked on a sweet potato mash with some local maple syrup.
And I'm gonna get you with a silk and satin, one of our specialties at Curly's. And for dessert, we're gonna finish up with the classic. It's a bananas Foster, but I'm gonna give it a little twist, and I'm gonna use some pineapple.
We're going to learn a lot, we're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to take a lot from this experience, that's for sure. We're having guests over tonight for dinner. All 6 of us going to be served.
Well, we come to Kenny and Mike's house all the time for dinner parties. The girls are always here. This time it's going to be a little different. 3 major chefs from prominent restaurants in the Buffalo area are going to be here serving us.
What I wanted to do today was to create a very simple appetizer. I did a stuffed red pepper with a prosciutto and provolone, a peppadew filled with the fresh mozzarella.
Those appetizers are absolutely delicious. Those fresh vegetables roasted with a little bit of sea salt and that balsamic vinegar reduction was unbelievable. Who knew vegetables could taste so good?
I know.
They put me in charge of the beef. Meat is normally my specialty. We have a great piece of beef tenderloin here. What I really wanted to do was show Ken how to break down and butcher a piece of meat. We cut some nice fillets out. We're gonna cover these over with a little bit of olive oil. It wasn't just the butchering. He was concerned with how do you cook a good steak. And I think we showed him how to cover the bases and make sure you get a nice crust on the steak. Showed him how to sear those off in the oven so he could get that high temperatures without having to go outside and do it in the grill.
I mean, I learned about how to, you know, make steaks inside without having a yard.
Our starch is going to be a sweet potato mash. We took the whole yams and roasted those off in the oven until all the sugar started coming out real nice, all right out of the skins, and then mix those with a little salt, pepper, maple syrup, and cinnamon. Kind of a sweet, savory type dish that hopefully complemented everything quite nicely.
Silk and satin. One of my favorite dishes. Simple. Brown butter, saute shallots out till fragrant. Deglaze my pan with a bit of white wine, a touch of cream. I'm gonna finish this off with some peas, fresh basil, a bit of Parmesan cheese, salt and black pepper, tossed with angel hair pasta.
I have celiac sprue disease, which is an autoimmune deficiency to wheat, barley, and oats.
We're doing for the guests silk and satin.
Okay.
And I just wanted to let you know that I have all the ingredients here, and I would like for you to enjoy that course as well.
Krista was great. I had rice pasta, which was gluten-free. I enjoyed it just like the rest of them, so I didn't miss out.
Banana Fosters. Banana Foster is boring. Let's do Bananas Foster my way. Melt your butter, add your brown sugar till dissolved, and just deglaze that pan with some good, strong rum. That's where the flavor is. And flame it, and sing happy birthday if necessary.
She taught me how to deal with fire with the Banana Foster, with the what not to do and how to do it, and it was fun.
Then add your pineapple. Pineapple has acidity, and it really gets you going. And your banana. Stir that up and serve that over your favorite ice cream. Classic with a twist.
I hope you guys are happy. Dinner's finally done. I've been working in here all day long, so get ready. Here comes the food.
It went very well. A lot of action, a lot of stuff going on. It was chaos, and it all turned out great. The food was great, and I'd do it again in a minute.
It was a lot of fun.
I think it was a great opportunity for these guys to get into their new kitchen. I think they learned a lot of things, and we learned a few things along the way, too.
Well, my favorite part was being spoiled, starting from the appetizers to dessert. Really was like having fine dining in the comfort of your own home, and it just can't get better than that.
The chefs were great. Everyone had a great time. I'm stuffed, and I'd do it again.
It's all about friends and family, and that's what it was today.
And food.
And food.
And food.
Yeah, and food. Thank you, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
This portion of the program was sponsored in part by Artisan Kitchens and Baths. See, touch, feel, and use our products. And by Key Video Productions. Television, video, DVD.
Savvy businesses know that the best way to bring customers to the table and to add dollars to your bottom line is with a clear and consistent marketing message. Learn how to put the power of television to work for you. On Wednesday, April 16th at Russell's Steaks, Shops, and More. We'll demonstrate how a well-crafted television campaign can work for you. You'll also learn insider tips on choosing the top channels at the lowest cost. Take your business to the next level. Call Key Video at 884-5391 to reserve your spot today.
Orazio's Italian Crepes is your window to the world. Treat yourself to our homemade crepes made with authentic ingredients like imported Caputo flour, mascarpone cheese, and Ghirardelli chocolate. Indulge in our all-natural small batch gelato with no artificial flavors and all the creaminess in the world. Take your taste buds on a journey right in your own backyard. Orazio's Italian Crepes in the food court at the Walden Galleria.
2014 is the year to enhance your curb appeal with a new fence, deck, or railing from the Vinyl Outlet.
Your home doesn't deserve second best, so call the Vinyl Outlet.
The Vinyl Outlet provides custom fabrication of the highest quality vinyl products, installed by the finest craftsmen, committed to deliver the look you deserve. Beat the spring rush and take advantage of our low winter rates. The Vinyl Outlet. Trust in the best.
Let us transform your home.
Hey Jackson, Alexander, where are your parents going for dinner tonight?
Well, Russell's, of course.
Be my guest and let me do the rest. Welcome back. Again, Russ Salvatore. I'm sitting here with Mike Fantaschi, the executive producer of Come Dine With Me. He's with Key Video. And Mike, what did you think about our season? What's this, the fourth year, fifth year?
This is the fourth year, Russ, going into our fifth season. And to have you sitting in that chair along with Jan Farrington, the ambassadors for all of the restaurateurs in Western New York and Southern Ontario, has been great. And the show is really catching on, isn't it?
It has caught on so well. I mean, we're very fortunate. We were on a nice channel. We got a nice hour. And it's amazing how many people have told me they've watched the show, I know talking with you during the week, you were telling me the men have caught on to our show. The percentage men-wise are watching us more What if men all are becoming kitchen? What's the wife out bowling, the guys out cooking?
I'm not sure what's going on, Russ, but after 4 years, the demographics have really, really changed. And we're not sure why that is, but our biggest demo is males 35 plus. Now, we are very, very cautious. We want to make sure that we know who actually is watching so that we can create those kinds of segments that are most appealing to everybody. But it's an interesting statistic to see the males.
You know, I hope we got our point across this year. We definitely try to help the independent restaurants. I hope they like what we're doing for them, and I hope they've seen an increase in business. You did say you got some new sponsorships coming in. I think they're starting to fight to get on our show
they
now.
They really are.
Jesus, God almighty. I mean, I hope we did a wonderful job for them. And we have a kickoff coming at my restaurant in April. What's the date on that, Mike?
It's April 16th, on a Wednesday, and we're inviting not only restaurateurs to here at Russell's Steaks, Chops, and More for a very nice luncheon to go over all of the aspects of the new season, but we're inviting business people who really have caught on to the vision of Come Dine with Me, Western New York, and want to promote and showcase their products and services and help keep this program alive.
Beautiful. And that's on April 16th. That's on a Wednesday. It's at noon. Please join me for a luncheon. It gives me a chance to cook in the kitchen and see if you like it. And I hope that we get a good turnout, Mike.
I think we will. And Russ, on behalf of our production staff, all of our sponsors, I want to thank you for steering this ship that we call Come Dine with Me, Western New York. It's going to be a great season, 6 months of digging in and creating new segments, going into new restaurants. And if you are a restaurateur out there, we do encourage you to give us a call to attend the luncheon. It's free, and we will go over all the aspects of Come Dine with Me, Western New York Season 5.
Well, thank you very much. I'm happy to be a small part of the show and the success that it's doing. So I will see you in September, or maybe earlier when we start clicking, but I'll see our audience and everybody in September. So thank you very much out there.
Savvy businesses know that the best way to bring customers to the table and to add dollars to your bottom line is with a clear and consistent marketing message. Learn how to put the power of television to work for you on Wednesday, April 16th at Russell's Steaks, Chops, and More. We'll demonstrate how a well-crafted television campaign can work for you. You'll also learn insider tips on choosing the top channels at the lowest cost. Take your business to the next level. Call Key Video at 884-5391 to reserve your spot today.